Hi guys, welcome to my very first video compilation, all about traditional Irish breads. In this series we'll be showcasing the 4 delicious breads that have been passed down through generations in Ireland. First up we have the famous Guinness and walnut bread. This bread is made from the famous Irish stout Guinness, which adds a unique depth and flavour and richness to the bread. The addition of chopped walnuts also adds a nice crunch and nuttiness to the bread. This bread is perfect to serve alongside a hearty stew or as a savoury breakfast option. Now we take a saucepan, we put it onto a medium heat and we put in some black treacle. On top of that then we add some butter and some golden syrup. Just bring that up to a medium heat. We'll let the butter melt and then to that we're going to add our Guinness. We'll give that a stir around and then we'll just pop it to the side and we'll let it cool down while we get our dry goods ready. So we take a large bowl and to that we're going to add some plain flour. Just sift it through, this will help to aerate the bread. Now we're going to add some salt and some baking soda. Again we'll just sift those through. This does help the bread rise whenever it's in the oven. Now we're going to add some brown flour. Some porridge oats, and some chopped walnuts. Just give that a mix around to make sure that all the ingredients are incorporated and mixed well together. So now that that's all mixed through, we're just going to add our wet goods. We just make a well in the middle, and to that then we're going to add some milk. Now folks, if you're enjoying my videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. It does help the channel and it means that I can make further videos for you. Then we're going to add our Guinness and black treacle mixture. And then we'll give that a good mix round, just making sure we're getting all the flour from the bottom of the bowl so that everything's all incorporated. Whenever this is all mixed up, it should look like a thick porridge mixture. So as you can see, our mixture is nice and thick. Now time to add to our 1 pound loaf baking tins. So we just take our baking tins, we spray them with a little bit of oil, and then we add some just plain flour onto them. This will stop the bread sticking whenever it's in the oven. Now we'll take our bread tins and to that we're going to add the bread mixture. So we'll fill them about 3/4 of the way up. This will allow the bread to rise in the oven. So now that our bread's all filled, we'll just take them over to a preheated oven which was heated at 150 degrees centigrade, 300 Fahrenheit. We pop them in for about 45 minutes, then we raise the temperature up to 180 degrees centigrade. We cook them for another 25 minutes. Now as you can see, our bread is fully risen, it's cooked. We'll just take it out, leave it in a tin for about 10 minutes just to cool down, then we'll set it onto a baking tray and just let it cool before we serve it. Now our bread's cooled, I'm going to cut it. I like to serve mine just spread with some Kerrygold butter, but you can serve this with smoked salmon, different types of cheeses. It's great with soup, any type of seafood, and various honey glazed hams. I hope you enjoyed that video for Guinness and walnut bread. Next up we have the classic fruit soda bread. This bread is made with buttermilk, flour and baking soda, which gives it a light and airy texture. It's also loaded with dried fruit such as raisins or currants, making it a sweet and satisfying option. This bread is often served on its own with salted Kerrygold butter, as it is light and fluffy with the sweetness from the fruit. So we take a large bowl and to that we're going to sift in some plain flour. Now once that's sifted in, we're going to add some bicarbonate of soda. Some table salt. And some dark brown sugar. Now we're going to add our dried raisins and sultanas. And we'll just give them all a stir around to get everything together. Now that that's all mixed in, we're going to add our buttermilk. Now we don't add our buttermilk all at once. We add it about a third at a time, just mixing it in till we get the mixture to the right consistency. Now when we get a wet but sticky mixture, we're going to put flour aboard and we're going to pour the mixture right onto it. Now folks, if you're finding value in my videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. It does help the channel and it means I can make further videos for you. Now we're going to take this, we're just going to knead it for a couple of minutes and then we're going to form it into a shape of a ball. So now that our mixture's come together, I've made double the amount here, so I'm just going to cut it in half. Now we'll just set one half of this to the side and we'll work on the other half. The traditional shape for this is round. So now we'll take a baking tray. We don't oil or butter it, we just sprinkle some flour onto it. We take a sharp knife and we cut the soda bread into 4. Not right through, just make a deep cut on the top. Now over to a preheated oven, pop the loaf in and we'll cook it for 40 to 45 minutes just until it's cooked. As you can see, our soda bread is cooked, the top is brown. Now folks, if you want a softer top, cover this soda bread with a damp tea towel and it will soften the top. Our soda bread is ready to serve. Soda bread is best served just sliced with some Kerrygold butter. Thirdly, we have Irish tea brack. This bread is made with a mixture of dried fruit, including raisins, sultanas and currants that have been soaked overnight in sweet tea. It is often served with tea or coffee as a dessert or a sweet treat. So the day before we make our tea brack, we get some fruit with sultanas, currants, raisins, and to this we add some glassy cherries. Then some light brown sugar. The star of the show, lots of strong hot black tea. Pour that over the fruit sugar mix, give it a good mix round, just let it all soak in and then we'll cover it and we'll leave it to the side for 24 hours. As always, full instructions and ingredients will be in the comment section below if you want to check them out. So the next day we're going to make our cake mix. So we get some strong flour. To that we add our mixed spice and then our baking powder. Sift that through, just get plenty of air incorporated in it. Now we take our flour mixture, and to that we're going to add a little bit of beaten up egg. So what we do is we mix this fruit and the egg alternatively until they're all mixed in. Don't do it all at once, it doesn't work out right. I've tried it on numerous occasions. Again, mix the fruit in, make sure it's well covered, and then we're going to add some more egg. So we just do this continuously until everything is mixed in together. Now folks, if you find value in my videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. It does help the channel and it means I can make more videos for you. So now it's time to split our bread mixture into tins. For these I've just used bread liners, but if you can't get bread liners, just butter the inside of the tins. Now we're going to take our mixture over to a preheated oven. It's 160 centigrade, 325 Fahrenheit, gas mark 3. Pop it in there for about 1.5 hours. About 10 minutes before the bread is ready, take them out, pop some runny honey over the top of them, just brush it in, return it back to the oven until they're fully cooked. So after another 10 minutes, just take our bread out, pop a cocktail stick or a skewer into it. If the skewer comes out clean, then the bread's cooked. As you can see, both of these are done. It's now time to serve our traditional Irish tea brack. Now we let our bread cool and then we slice it up. This, as you can guess, is great with a cup of tea. It's also great buttered or toasted and buttered. So folks, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Last but not least, we have soda farls. This bread is made with flour, baking soda and buttermilk. It is similar to soda bread, but it is cooked on a griddle, giving it a crispy exterior and a soft interior. It is perfect to serve with butter and jam or with a hearty breakfast. Now you'll see in my video I do have a couple of helpers. So to start off with, just take some plain flour. We'll pop it into a larger mixing bowl. Sift the flour through, just take all the lumps out of it. Then we're going to add a pinch of salt and some bicarbonate of soda. Just give that a mix round, make sure that everything's incorporated. Again, one of my helpers is now helping. They have to mix with it whenever I'm doing it. Then we're going to add the buttermilk. We add it about 75 ml at a time. Just mix it in. Don't add it all in at once because the mixture can get too wet. Sometimes you'll find that it doesn't take the whole amount. Mine didn't this time around. So as you can see, we have our mixture. It is quite a wet mixture, so don't be worrying about it. Take some flour, we'll dust our board. Again, the little helpers are helping me out. There's flour everywhere in the house. So just take your soda foil mixture and pop it on top of the flour. Now we're going to give this a light knead. It doesn't need a heavy knead, just a couple of minutes just to bring it all together. Again, the flour on top will just dry the mixture out a little bit. Now we have the other pair of hands giving me a help. So I have been reliably informed that these will be the best soda foils ever. So we just take our dough and we give it a roll. So we take our dough and we roll it about ½ an inch thick, and we just want the circumference to be slightly smaller than the frying pan that you're going to cook it in. Then we take a sharp knife and we cut it into 4 quarters. And then we'll go over to our frying pan. Now put your frying pan on a low to medium heat. There's no oil needed for this, just dust the pan with some flour. Take your quarters of your soda farl, just pop them in. Now what we do with this, because it's a low to medium heat, we let it cook for about 10 minutes, just checking every so often to make sure that the outside hasn't burnt. Then we'll flip it over and we'll cook it for 10 minutes on the other side as well. So after about 10 minutes on each side, we'll just set them on their sides and just let the outside of it cook. Now as you can see, these have fluffed up, they're lovely and moist inside, and now it's time to serve. So the best way to serve a soda farl is with softened Kerrygold butter. Now folks, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in my further videos. We hope you enjoyed this compilation for traditional Irish breads and that it inspires you to try making them at home. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more delicious recipes and videos. Now folks, grab your aprons and let's get baking.